African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 2nd of December, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Kharkiv direction defeated formations of the 92nd Airborne Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the area of the settlement of Lipsy in the Kharkiv region. 3 counterattacks by enemy assault groups were repelled. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 35 servicemen, an armored personnel carrier, 3 vehicles, 2 152mm D-20 guns, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 14th, 53rd, 66th Mechanized, 25th Airborne, 68th Ranger Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 109th and 241st Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Lozovaya, Kupiansk, Petropavlovka in the Kharkiv region, Serebryanka, Torskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, Nadia in the Luhansk People's Republic, and the Serebryanskoye Forestry. 9 counterattacks by assault groups of the 3rd Tank, 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 113th Territorial Defense Brigade, and 1st National Guard Brigade were repelled. The enemy lost up to 490 servicemen, an infantry fighting vehicle, 2 armored combat vehicles, 6 pickups, a US-made 155mm M198 howitzer, a UK-made 105mm L119 gun, and 4 ammunition depots. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions, inflicted defeat on the formations of the 23rd, 54th, 110th Mechanized, 46th Airmobile, 79th Airborne Assault, 59th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Andriivka, Konstantinovka, Nikolaevka, Shevchenko, Grigorovka, Chasiv Yar, and Kurakovo of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 260 servicemen, 3 vehicles, a 122mm self-propelled artillery unit Gvozdika, a 105mm gun M119 made in the USA, and 2 ammunition depots. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 95th Mechanized, 59th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 111th, 120th Territorial Defense Brigades, the 14th and 15th Brigades of the National Guard in the areas of the settlements of Grodovka, Pustinka, Novy Trud, Vozdvizenka, Dzержinsk, and Zaria of the Donetsk People's Republic. 9 counterattacks by assault groups of the 53rd, 100th, 151st Mechanized Brigades, the 49th Assault Battalion of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the 35th and 38th Marine Brigades were repelled. The enemy lost over 525 servicemen, for US-made Kozak and Max Pro armored combat vehicles, 2 pickups, 3 152mm MSTAB howitzers, a 152mm D-20 gun, and 3 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the East Group of Forces continue to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense, inflicting defeat on the formations of the 151st Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 108th Territorial Defense Brigade, in the areas of the settlements of Velika Novosyolka of the Donetsk People's Republic and Komsomolskoye of the Zaporizhia region. They repelled 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 32nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The enemy's losses amounted to 150 servicemen, a Leopard tank made in Germany, for HMMWV, and Max Pro combat armored vehicles made in the USA, 14 vehicles, a 155mm Caesar self-propelled artillery mount made in France, a 155mm Bogdana self-propelled artillery mount, and a 152mm AUC3I self-propelled artillery mount. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 31st, 110th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 124th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Molotov-Machka in the Zaporizhia region, Dniprovsk and Beregovo in the Kherson region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 55 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and a warehouse with ammunition. Operational Tactical Aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation inflicted damage on the infrastructure of military airfields, energy facilities that ensure the operation of enterprises of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine, control points of unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 127 districts. Air defense systems shot down HIMARS multiple launch rocket system projectile and 69 unmanned aerial vehicles aircraft-type aircraft. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 649 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 37,082 unmanned aerial vehicles, 586 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,590 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,497 multiple launch rocket systems, 18,847 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 28,935 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.